Hello and welcome to Hardcore Card Collecting. Want to share some things with you guys why I'm starting this new channel with you guys, and pretty excited for a lot of things I'm going to bring to the card collecting community. First of all, just want to say, appreciate everybody that watches this, anybody that subscribes would really mean a lot to me, as well as share it, hit the thumbs up. I would appreciate it a lot. So, going into this introduction video, just want to tell you a little bit about why I've gotten back into card collecting, and just some things of the potential future I see in card collecting. So, I used to collect cards when I was a kid, long time ago, and I had a bunch of Raider cards. I am a diehard hardcore Raider fan, but I was a fan of a lot of different sports when I was a kid. Baseball, basketball, and obviously football. Football has always been my passion. I love football. I love the Raiders. But I want to create a channel that's beyond just like football and the Raiders, and be able to elevate some things that I bring to the table for other card collectors, football fans, and some different variety of things. Got a lot of ideas that I'd like for this channel to grow in the future, and I want to share that with everybody. So, back in the when I was a kid collecting cards and what's known as the junk wax era, there's a lot of overproduction of cards. And, I felt like, the card collecting as I got older, graduating high school, I felt like it really kind of faded away. Part of that, I know a lot of people were, collecting the Pokemon cards and stuff like that. But I just felt like sports and football took a step back. When I was card collecting, I would say like baseball cards were probably at the top tier. Then probably basketball and football was maybe like third in line, somewhere around those realms as far as card values and popularity. But football has grown a lot over the last 20, 30 years, as I'm sure we all know. So, very passionate about football, and that will predominantly be what I'm going to talk about and focus on is football cards. But I also want to be able to have other people on here, and share their experiences, or if they're passionate about another sport and their teams and stuff. I want to make something a little more universal, and a channel that can bring all that to the table. Years ago, in one of my moves, because I've moved around a lot, was in the army, deployed Iraq, things like that. But in one of my moves, my cards disappeared, and I had a ton of cards, boxes of cards, pages. I had some Michael Jordans in there too, and basketball, football, baseball, and all my cards like vanished in one of my moves. So, not sure exactly where they went. I have a few ideas, but I went a long time without collecting cards. Okay. Again. So, like, that was like 90s era. So, fast forward to now, just recently, I decided to kind of get past my quarrels and frustration with losing all my card collection and get back into it. So, I've predominantly spent just focusing on getting Raider football cards, but that doesn't mean that in the future there may not be some investment opportunities I seek. So, right now, it's like a hobby. I'm looking at getting some cool, cards. One of them that I've recently got is probably my favorite card so far is this guy right here. It has Bo Jackson, Josh Jacobs, and Marcus Allen. So those three guys, that's really my favorite Raider running backs. So really special card to me was to be able to get that one. So a lot of my cards I haven't, splurged too much on like real expensive cards because, for me, it's really just a hobby right now and not as much of like an investment. But I do know there's a lot of great other like card collectors out there that do this as an investment. And that's something that down the road I would like to grow this channel in the future to bring some other people on here as guests, be able to interview some other people, pick their brains, maybe their favorite, top favorite 5 or 10 in their collection, why they're collecting cards, what their passion is behind it, and pick their brain of what they've learned and things they could share with everybody. So, with my other YouTube experience, I feel like I have a lot to offer to the card collecting community, especially doing the interviews and stuff. There's a lot of ideas that I have for this. Things like auctions, I'd like to be able to be at a point where, maybe if I'm doing an auction, I can share it with people if they want to buy a card, or, maybe box breaks in the future where we can break some boxes open and, things like that. So those are things I think would be fun to bring to the community as well. My Raider cards predominantly, I'm probably not going to sell, but I will let you guys know I've bought a ton of Raider cards, okay? So throughout my Raider card collecting that I've been getting, I've also been getting extras to try to do some giveaways for people, okay? So each time that I'm going to open up some of my cards I've bought, and I bought a lot of Raider cards, I've made quantities of 5 of a bunch of random players from the Raiders. So right there's like a Devontae Adams, got like a Max Crosby right here, and then like here's a Marcus Allen, and each of these are a pack of 5 that I'll randomly give away as I open up Raider cards that I've bought. And so, I'm doing these in like sections. So I'll open up between 20 to 25 pack of cards that I've bought and that are just Raider cards right now. But this is really just phase one for the direction I want, the channel to go and whatnot. So definitely excited to see how my channel can grow and who will want to participate in it, as well as, do some giveaways and stuff. And for the people that won't be Raider fans that will be in here, as I collect, cards of other teams, we'll try to do giveaways for that as well. Okay. There's benchmarks that I want for this channel. It's going to take me a while for this channel to grow where I want it to be. But, you know, when we hit 500 subscribers on this channel, I'll do another, like a big giveaway, like something nice for everybody. And then definitely we hit 1,000 subscribers. That's our goal to do another giveaway. So, anybody that could share this on your social media and subscribe, it would mean a lot to me. Hit the thumbs up. I'm going to be we're going to do videos on here that I'll edit. We'll drop them on here, and it's all just going to be about card collecting. Kind of like I briefly mentioned earlier, definitely want to bring on some other guests, not just Raider fans, but like, Raider fans to like other football fans, other card collectors, and just really pick their brain. I think, there's a lot of questions that I have getting back into this that I'd like to pick their brain about. But I think that'd be something fun for everybody to experience, kind of where they're at, how long they've been in the game. And a lot of different things like that. All right, so one of the other things why I got into card collecting was doing some research, and I'm still learning, getting my feet wet here, but doing some research on Fanatics. And essentially there's a transition that's going to happen where Fanatics bought out the rights for printing cards for basketball, football, and baseball. Fanatics also bought Topps. So Topps is owned by Fanatics, and Fanatics is a big brand. There's some big investors. I believe it's Blackstone that's also invested heavily into Fanatics. And it appears like Fanatics almost wants to have a monopoly on the market, which could be good and bad, depending on how you look at it, and which side of the coin you're on. But nevertheless, when you have a brand that big like Fanatics, who's also recently like getting into sports betting, I think there's a lot of potential for card investing. So I have invested quite a bit in my own personal collection. I do want to be invested in this transition and part of it before the final move happens with Fanatics. And to some degree, I guess, you could say that the market has been flooded with a lot more cards versus previously, previous years and stuff like last 3-4 years, they've printed a lot of cards. So that can devalue the market. But right now, Panini owns the printing rights for like football to put the football logo on the cards, but that's going to transition, moving forward here in a couple years where Fanatics will be the head honcho. So they'll be the main, card producer. So like, we could be watching a football game or baseball or basketball, and we could start seeing, Fanatics commercial about, buying sports cards like football, basketball, and baseball. So that's something that, when I had looked at it and I dove into this transition, I think it's going to be good because Fanatics wants to grow. Fanatics wants to grow the card collecting for, they say their slogan or something is, they're here for the collectors. So whether people are doing it as more of an investment opportunity or people are doing it just getting back into it like me, I think there's a lot of opportunity for the future, and especially when they're going to go on probably a big advertising spree when this transition is in full effect. So I'm excited to see the direction that the card collecting goes. It was something I was very passionate about when I was a kid. I look at cards and it's like, no matter whatever card you're looking at, the Spo Jackson over here, the lightning bolt. That's to me like a time capsule. I remember that card when I was a kid. It's awesome, I think, to have a card and look at it and like it gives you like a memory of something that you remember from back then. And cards can gain in value. So that's the other part of it. So, a few different directions people will go, whether they're doing it as a hobby or an investment opportunity. But there's things that like, I want to bring to the table. I let my son, I'll be honest, I didn't think my son was going to be wanting to collect cards. And I let him open up a pack and he was excited. And he likes video games and stuff, but I wasn't sure if he would have the same excitement that I had when I was a kid when I would open up a pack of cards. When I was a kid, it was like either you get 50 cents or a dollar from your mom or dad or something. And it's like you either go buy a candy bar or you could buy a pack of cards. So I was always this toss up. It was like candy bar, pack of cards. And usually I would go buy the pack of cards because I'm like, maybe I can get a Bo Jackson card or, something like that. So, when I seen my son open up the pack of cards, he was excited. And I was like, man, I'm like, that's awesome. So he likes hockey, so I think he's gonna be collecting hockey. But, I'm gonna open up, like, my Raider cards and other packs. I'll buy other packs and maybe some boxes down the road, some different things like that. But I also wanna be able to maybe share my son opening up some, packs of hockey cards, or my youngest son who likes soccer and, open up some soccer cards. So, this channel is gonna be universal to have a variety of sports in here, and like, I love my kids, but they don't have to love football the same way I do. If they want to do a different sport, I'm perfectly okay with that. And same with other people in the card collecting community of all ages, that want to be part of more of a different sport. So the other part of it is like, if you look at generations, like my generation of the junk wax era, of the 90s, essentially, late 80s, 90s, that's a big generation of people around my age that were collecting cards back then. When I look at this and I'm like, well, will people around my age get back into this, especially as Fanatics is going to try to grow the brand and get more card collectors in here? People like me, when I was a kid, if we get back into it, we're going to be buying cards for our kids. So then we're going to have another generation of kids that are going to want to get back into this. And with me, football, I know it's been maybe not the head honcho in card collecting or even sports, not until recently, kind of thing, with the big game and all that stuff, and how football is almost like a 24/7 sport. But I think football, down the road is going to be a sought after item in card collecting. And I'm not going to take anything away from the other sports like baseball and basketball, but I just think that there's a lot of opportunity with football, and with Fanatics taking the head honcho seat, like I said before, is like, I want to be part of this before this thing is full bore. So I have a lot of different ideas and goals in mind for my own collection, but also to try to give back when I can, and share this experience with everybody, no matter if you're a Raider fan or not a football fan or whatever, and just bring some different things to the table with some of my experiences. So one of the things, I definitely want to try to do is like, I want to try to go to some card shows, here and there. So if I can go to card shows, buy some cards, maybe get some video footage, I can edit it for you guys and then bring that to the channel as well. That'd be something that would be fun to share with you guys. So definitely excited about that. And, down the road, I might be doing some investment opportunities, and if I do, and, if I make a big purchase of something or something I'm targeting, for competitive reasons, I may not tell you like at the time I'm doing it, but after, I'll definitely share it with you guys. And, we'll go through it, kind of tell you why I did it. Maybe if we could, break down some pricing of some of my cards and stuff. Definitely excited for some things that I can offer the card collecting community, and a bunch of different ideas that I have that I want to share with everybody. So again, if you guys could please hit that like button, please subscribe, share this on your social media. Really want to get up to 500 subs. That's my first goal. And then 1,000. Might seem a little ambitious, like just starting out, because I know it takes a while to grow, but it's something that I'm very passionate about. And going into this, I wasn't sure the direction I was going to go, as I did more research and invested a lot for myself and for 5-pack card giveaways we're going to do. It's something that moving forward can be exciting, I think, for all of us. And I'm excited to share those experiences with you guys. So again, please subscribe, hit the like button, and moving forward, I look forward to bringing you all my ideas and putting them into action. Try to do a video at least once a week, maybe twice a week, but I'll do the best I can to bring something very unique and, in my opinion, cool to the card collecting community. So thank you guys. Again, this is Hardcore Card Collecting. Thank you.